This is Linda, and somebody had asked in one of the comments about how to create an applique and have it be so that there isn't any satin stitches behind here like in a house. So you'd have the house and then you would have the roof, but you didn't want the satin stitches, but you need that placement line for putting your fabric in. So I'm going to just show you real quickly how to do that, and then you can add whatever embellishments you want. So hang on. So I'm going to select File, and then I'm going to do New Window. So I have a brand new window for the whole thing. And I'm going to say Start a new design with no picture. It doesn't really matter because we're going to do the quick version of this. And we're going to do no background. I'm going to just do the 120 by 120 hoop. And so what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create the box, the main part of the house. So I'm going to just go quick create. These are pretty simple little things. I'm going to make sure pattern fill is not selected. I have a satin line. I'm going to go to fill area and line, and I'm going to set that for a width of 3.0. It's just it's about an average of what you want to use for doing satin stitches around your applique. Now you can make this raw edge and then just make that a straight stitch instead. So I'm going to tell it I want to do a applique, and I'm going to choose a shape, and I've got the shape here is the square I'm going to use, and I'm going to do select shape, and it's going to pop on my window. So I need to make him a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to actually take, and I'm going to hold my control key, and I'm going to just drag a box and make it a little bit bigger. So now I have the main part of the house, but this is the satin stitches that we want to go away. Now this isn't the only way to do it. This is just a way to do it. But the first thing I want to do is I want to take that satin line applique and I want to break it into separate pieces. So I'm going to go over to the edit tab and I'm going to say break apart. And so what it's going to do is it's going to break it apart. So I have a running stitch. It's going to be the command to lay down my applique fabric, and then it's going to do the double stitch, and then it's going to have a satin line here. I'm going to get rid of that one because I don't want that one. I want to do my own thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete that. So I can right mouse and I can delete. So that one's gone. So now what I want to do is I actually want to create my own applique that's going to go just down this side here and not across the top. So to do that, I'm going to go to Precise Create. I got satin line already selected. I don't want applique. I don't want pattern fill. And you can double check this and make sure it's still set for 3 if you want to. And I'm just going to create an area. So I'm going to select here. And if you notice, there's a little purple spot. And that's the basic first spot where everything's going to start to sew. It's going to be a really small jump stitch to here, so I don't really care. So I'm going to hold my control key because I want good square corners. I'm going to click, 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 and click just down just a little bit because I don't want those to go all the way to the top. Now I want to do a right mouse button. And if I do a right mouse button, I can adjust these just a little bit. I'm just not going to. Just a little bit. So now I just need to do the roof. So basically the same thing. I'm going to go over to Quick Create. I'm going to choose something totally different, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab another shape. Again, these are just quick ways to do this. This is not necessarily the way you have to do it. It's just an option. I'm going to select that one. And again, I want an applique, and I've already got my fill area and line set. So I'm going to click on shape. It's going to do this. So I need to take and I'm not going to hold my control key. I want it to drag out this way, and I'm going to drag this out this way, and I make it a little bit taller. Okay. So now that's basically all there is to it. And so what's going to happen when we stitch this out, now I'm going to change the color just so you can kind of see this. Where it says the satin line here, I'm going to right mouse. I'm going to say insert a color change because I want that to be different, and I'm going to choose a brown. Okay, and so we're going to watch it play. So it's going to do the placement line for your fabric, and then once you lay your fabric down, then it's going to do the next set of stitches. Then it's going to say cut around your fabric. So you can actually cut along here, and you can cut here and here. And then it's going to do that satin line. And now it's going to do the roof. And so I think you get the idea of basically that's how it was done. Now, I added in windows and I added some other things, but this is the basics of how to do that. Now, it's my way to do it. It is not necessarily the final way to do it. There are other options out there. I hope that helps explain the one question you had. Now, this is done in Ultra, and it's in the Create module. So it's one of those things that you can do there. Now I'm going to do another video and showing kind of a way to do it in Extra. It's not going to be as pretty or as easy to do. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching.